Hello, this is Lorena, and I'm back with another Duelist video. I'm still out of dice. I'm going to have to go and get more. Oh, and by the way, reset happened hours ago. So give me a second. Okay, so that took me a while. Okay. Okay, I received some gold. And I'm going to go around to get more dice. That's probably going to be the primary objective for this video and maybe the next one. I'm just trying to go around and get as much done as I can. So while I am sitting here, just dueling random people, I guess I should probably go into more details about what I'm going to be doing with this channel going forward. Now, the whole situation with my sister is the main thing that pushed me into creating this channel. And a lot of what I've posted so far is, well, it's mostly just me playing Duel Links. Well, I do intend to have other content on this channel, and I've gotten started on some of that, but I must admit that I am surprised that my sister is why I'm doing all of this, and it's not years from now, or months from now even. But there is something worth noting here. My sister might be driving me batshit right now, but there is no guarantee there's no guarantee that will last. Like, I can be desensitized to things. I don't necessarily want to be desensitized to abuse, but sure. I do seem to be affected by it more than everyone else. My mom has said that. So, she's admitted that I'm the one most affected by all of this. And that's definitely true when it comes to some of the things I've said in these videos. And I'm going to be honest, I don't want to be affected by her in the way that I am now. So, it's hilarious that I'm using spite to do something I should have started doing a long time ago. Like, she's hurting me, and in response, I'm trying to heal myself. And I should have been doing this much earlier. Like, you know, when my therapist in the past used to tell me to do that. Yeah. It's very interesting, but when my sister comes back, there's definitely going to be some tension. I still need to tell my mom about this, because it's very important that she's aware of what's going on with me. I'm just not sure if we'll be able to do it. I just want her to join me for a therapist session. And I'm not sure if she'll ever have the time to do it. Great. She's working. She's working with my next appointment. On the date of my next appointment, she's working. Okay. My mom works on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays now. She's working part-time. I'm going to need to grab an appointment for Tuesday or Thursday, because those days she's off now. But there is one problem. My sister has to be in school, and she has to use the bus and all that, and my sister can't just be here without her, or some parent. So, and I mean, my dad can't be the one to parent her because she hates his guts. And he doesn't want to get arrested, which is fair. It's valid. I understand. But there's, like, no wiggle room for me to get her into a therapist's office. Like, I know I can just talk to my mom without the therapist, but when I'm in the therapist's room, the therapist can talk to my mom. And maybe she would benefit from that. You know, just having the therapist give her own professional input. Because, you know, my memory sucks. And I like having my mom in my therapy sessions sometimes. Because it can catch her up on what's going on with me. But this is the most important time for her to be there. I need her to be around. But she can be. I don't know if I'll be able to... I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to prevent myself from a total disaster. And now I am going to be honest, though. I think I can control myself just a bit longer. Just saying. But I do feel like she's driving me batshit. And now, hopefully, my therapist can help me when it comes to scheduling an appointment at roughly the same time. I need to schedule an appointment with my therapist, and I need to find a way to work my mom into an appointment with her. And I hope she's okay with that. I hope my therapist will be okay with my mom joining us for our session. Because I really need to talk to her. And a therapist understands all this mental shit better than I do. It's just very important that my mom knows what is going on. And so far I feel like I can't really tell her except via text. I don't want to text her. I want to talk to her. Like in person, face to face. But I would like a professional to be there to sort of translate that it seems like this and that is going on with me internally. Like, if there's no I cannot be held accountable for everything. I mean, obviously, as an adult, I am responsible for my behavior, but when you're around someone that abusive, your age doesn't mean shit. I mean, seriously. My age shouldn't mean shit. Like, when it comes to the primal portions of my brain, do you think my brain cares about what the law says? Do you think my primal parts of my brain are going to give a damn that she's a minor? It's not going to care. Anyway, I still think I can control myself. I'm just a bit annoyed. Annoyed for many reasons. It's driving me crazy. And it's like, am I not going to be able to get an appointment between my mom? So I need my mom to be there. Am I not going to be able to schedule an appointment that can include her? Because she's responsible for my sister? That just pisses me off. Like, I have needs to. And I can just tell her in person, obviously. But it's driving me crazy. You know what I could do? I could use my phone to record some clips and then send them to her. I could do that. Like, I can record some of my therapist's words with my phone. And now, is that what I want to do? No, but it might be what I have to do. Okay, well, I'm glad that phones exist. I still hate them, though. So don't get confused. I still hate phones. And now the main problem I have with phones is the phone will demand your attention. And if you aren't trying, and if you do not want that attention, if you're not in a position to actually talk to that person, then it's an inconvenience to answer the phone. Because the person calling you doesn't necessarily know if you can take their call or not. Which is annoying. Because what if you are busy? Then someone calls you. You could be in the middle of basically anything. So maybe distracting you by calling you isn't a good idea. Yeah, okay, well. Hold on, what part is this? Okay, part 22. Give me a second. I forgot something. The Duelist Chronicles, okay. It's just the Duelist Chronicles. Okay. And now 5Ds actually has an apostrophe in it. And I can include apostrophes in my titles, and I'm not. It kind of bothers me, but I also don't want to fix it. Okay, 22. And the title, I Still Hate Phones. Yes, because that's entirely relevant. Wait a minute. I'm still recording this. I can't rename a file when it's in the middle of recording. What was I doing? Okay. Anyway. You're not stealing my monsters today. Just saying. Okay. So, I know I'm ranting a bit, so I'm going to need to put a trigger warning in for that. Yeah. I might need a trigger warnings for the... I don't know if I need a trigger warning for everything, but... I can put a potential volume warning into every video that I've done for... So, I don't know. I think that a lot of this is still reasonable. But I'm going to have to check. I mean, my voice doesn't seem that loud when I open up the video. So I'm going to have to see how I feel when I listen. Because I said that I'm sensitive to sound. So if I listen to this video and everything is working okay, then I'll upload the videos. I will upload them. But yeah, I know my voice can be kind of loud. Not loud enough to overpower my sister, though, unfortunately. She drowns me out by a lot, so confronting her, she just scream. She just yell at me and just chew me out in all of these insulting ways. And I mean, I've got recordings of her doing that, actually. I have recordings of her abusing people. I'm not sure what to do with them. I never want to use them. However, if the time comes and they are eventually needed, then I've got them. And that's just in case I need to protect any of my family members from being imprisoned. Or myself, if for some reason I'm the victim, I'm the one that's almost going to get sent to prison. I really doubt I'd ever be sent to prison. The worst I've done is pirate things. That's the worst I've done as far as breaking the law goes, and I haven't done much pirating lately. I mean, I have, honestly. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm kind of out of it now. I don't want to go to sleep now. I just want to stay up all night. You know, this is what I used to do in college. I did do it in college. But sometimes I just stay awake because I'm too scared to go to bed. And yeah, this is a good time to remind people that I'm not hallucinating when I interact with these spirits. I know there is a clear difference between when I'm hallucinating and when I'm not. Just saying. And I had a therapist that once noticed something in my eyes. Like it was in my eyes. She saw something in my eyes change. Whenever I was interacting with my Sobans, she would notice that something seemed to change with my eyes. And eventually I thought she deserved to know why she kept noticing that. So I told her about them, and fortunately she did not think I was insane. The same cannot be said for everyone, unfortunately. Some therapists are just awful therapists. Okay. Well, what I think about when I know that she could see something in my eyes, that kind of makes me think I've got medium potential. Although it would be very awkward to channel anything. I have felt the sensation that I was channeling, but not in the same way as New Age people channel. Not that way. It's more like I'm channeling something from a higher position in existence. It's from a higher plane, but it's coming from myself. It's still coming from myself. The New Age community would term that the higher self. And I also experience this feeling sometimes when I'm writing. And it's very interesting because I don't actually give much credit to channelings. I completely insulted them. But I feel like I've got the potential for those myself. However, my Sobans are not going to tell you that everything is going to be alright and you have nothing to worry about. They would tell you you have a lot of bullshit to work through. They would not tell you they're going to come save your ass. They would tell you that they are not coming for that. And now, I usually do not like channelings because most of them are bullshit. Now, this doesn't mean all of them are bullshit, so don't be offended too much. But I do kind of think most channelings are just complete bullshit. They aren't credible. Whoever just got these messages, I don't know how they're getting them. But it kind of sounds like people are just saying the same thing over and over and over and over. And I'm sitting over here like, are you kidding me? Do people actually believe this? The answer is yes, they do. And I'm just over here like, oh my god. How many laws of physics would have to be broken for that to be true? And I mean, I'm just surprised. Like, how are these people able to believe that? Like I have a soul bond that can interact with my physical body and I can feel things, but that's different from what these people do. The spirits I interact with will say varying levels of fix this shit yourself or you're fucked. And that also depends on who you ask. And now, obviously, I'm just saying that my channeling would be much different. And also probably more authentic. However, there are times when I'll just forget what I'm saying. And you guys know this already. You guys already know. But the fact that I can forget like this, it kind of makes me think that if I channeled messages, there's the potential to forget everything I just said. And it actually reminds me, that actually reminds me of when I was paying for some ratings, I was paying for some ratings, just, you know, supporting some people I like, and supporting people that I believe are legitimate, and actually know their shit, and have reasonable prices, by the way. So I've started to notice something, that I'm sort of becoming similar to them. Not because I'm intentionally doing that, but because it's just happening. And I noticed it recently that when I was in a Zoom call, I was like, hold on a second. Yeah, it was weird. Like, I know that I pay for these ratings because I view these people as more experienced than me, because they are. But at the same time, when they talk, sometimes I'm just, that sounds just like me. That sounds like some of the shit I experience. And then I'm just sitting here like, how the hell? How did things start becoming like this? It's the weirdest thing ever. And now some people really do not believe in this spiritual shit. They just think that it's all nonsense. And it's perfectly fine if that's your opinion, but I mean, just saying. It's going to take some time to break me with logic that really, I cannot make everything logical. There are things that happen to me that just do not fit normal logic. Especially when it comes to being able to physically click on a Discord channel that does not exist, but I can click on it with my physical mouse as though it's here. I'm still just, what the hell? What even happened then? But it actually seems like I've got some kind of connection with technology. Like, do I have the potential to be a techno-witch or something? I think that's the main takeaway I can take when it comes to this situation. At least the situation I was dealing with then. Because, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, seriously, it does. Because a lot of weird things happen when I'm around technology. But there doesn't seem to be a lot of difference when it comes to normal standard witchcraft practices. When it comes to standard practices for witchcraft or casting spells, I think it would be better to say spell work. When it comes to people doing spell work, there's not much of a difference when it comes to me and technology. Like, I interact with technology in a similar way that witches interact with their ingredients before they cast a spell. They do these rituals, they collect all the ingredients. It seems like I'm able to do that with technology, which works quite well because, I mean, I do use my computer a lot, and I do mean a lot. Okay, that's everything in Zexal World. So, I'm going to finish my thought process and then end the video. It's very surprising that these people with more experience than me, I'm starting to experience some similar shit. Like, there's one person I was talking to, and this person had to sometimes pause because they were getting messages. And now I'm experiencing something similar. Not necessarily messages that they were getting, but the fact that I am forgetting things kind of indicates that something is going on. From either a higher plane, psychologically, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It just seems like something is going on upstairs. I'm sure my memory will eventually recover. It might even become better than I ever expected it to be. I might have to stop saying my memory sucks. Imagine! Maybe there's a miracle out there that will happen. I doubt it. I'm not going to say, I doubt it. I have to be realistic in some regard, right? I mean, obviously, I do experience weird shit, but there's a line, okay? There's a line. And the people I've spoken to that I've purchased ratings from, those people are the kind that are not going to reject science. So so if there was something going on with me that was a bit weird, they'd be like, see a doctor about this. That's what they would tell me. And I would be like, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I will. And that's definitely what I should be doing. I should do that more often before just saying that I'm going through weird shit. But weird shit is weird shit, even if it's physical, plain weird shit. Seriously, there's some very weird things that happen on this plane. Let's not forget that. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm going to come back in my next video, yeah. So, that wraps it up for this video. I will see you guys in my next one.